What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Melodic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we're here for week number 8 of the APA, and we're trying to end our losing streak against arguably the best player in all of Draft League, and that's going to be Mountaih. Yeah, so last time we played Mountaih was in the playoffs for CGT, and we played in the regular season for CGT, and that was our worst matchup that we had all season long, and we played him twice, which was not great. But I believe my matchup this time around is better. It's not much better, but it's better. I think it's not unwinnable is the main focus here. He does definitely have answers to a lot of the Pokemon that I can bring, but at the end of the day, I feel like we have a decent shot, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the day. So if you guys want to skip the team builder, you can do so by clicking on the timestamp on the screen and in the description as well. But let's go ahead and get into the matchup. My opponent has a Tapu Koko against my Tapu Fini. I have this team with Tapu Fini and Galar Zapdos, and I play against the 3 best electric types in the format, 2 of which resist Zapdos' dual stab. Great. Just such a perfect situation. You know, my ground type is Zygarde, which is awesome, but he has a Mamoswine. Yeah, and I guess a Gastrodon, which is a pretty decent check to Zygarde as well, so not great at all. Scolipede has a really good check in the Corviknight and also in the Gastrodon, kind of, mostly. Gothitelle, most of his team gets access to some form of momentum, or taunt, or whatever, or is a ghost type, so I feel pretty about the matchup again for the 4th week in a row with my Shadow Tag Gothitelle. Zapdos actually is a pretty good bright spot here, especially if I can get up a sub, because the Koko can't really do much against me. It can go for a Volt Switch, sure, but I feel like it's going to be carrying a U-turn in this matchup for something like the Zygarde. So we'll see how it goes. Sylvalia again has multiple different options. It's a decent check to Hawlucha. Metagross is insane in this matchup, I find, because it's dual stabs. It does have a bit of an issue dealing with Corviknight and the Gastrodon and the Guzzlord outside of that. But in general, I feel like its stats are strong enough to really weaken the rest of the team down. Serena, Rotom, Morgrem all have decent situations where they're okay, but they're not good enough to be in this matchup, I don't find at all. It was just a debate of which of the top 7 I was going to leave home, and it ended up being Tapu Fini. So let's go ahead and jump into exactly what we are bringing. Starting off with our first mon, it is going to be our Zygarde. Ouroboros is here with the Yachi Berry this week. We are running a ton of speed on this set, mostly the speed for the base 80s. My opponent has a Mamoswine and a Chandelure, each of which, and a Thwackey rather, that are each base 80s. So we want to outspeed those things with our Zygarde. We do also outspeed Tapu Koko while we are at +1 from a Dragon Dance, and I could have gone with something like Protect or something like, I don't know, a sub or whatever, but I felt like going with Superpower as my 4th move was good for the Guzzlord, but also because it OHKOs Mamoswine at +1. That's really the focus here. My investment in my attack side is actually so we can always OHKO Mamoswine at +1. We also take a Life Orb Modest Tapu Koko's Dazzling Gleam from full or 2 Grass Knots of his Life Orb, and we take a +2 Hawlucha's Adamant Close Combat or Acrobatics with Rocks. Pretty important here, just a really good bulky set with a bit more extra investment just in case, and we do have the Yachi Berry there for that Mamoswine, and maybe for the Gastrodon depending on how the game shapes up. Moving on though, our next mon is going to be Bowie, our Gothitelle, making season debut. And yeah, I'm going to use it the right way. I have been the entire time I've had this thing saying, you know what, I gotta bring it in, people are gonna prep for it, and it's just not gonna do good, its match has been shit, and that's been kind of true. But really what it should be doing is just getting 1 KO. Getting rid of that 1 Pokemon and weakening maybe another Pokemon with the fact that I have the trapping, which is what the game plan is today. My game plan with Gothitelle is to get rid of 1, maybe even both, of Mamoswine and Gastrodon. If I can get rid of Mamoswine first, then I do have a chance to get rid of Gastrodon, but I can't get rid of Gastrodon and then get rid of Mamoswine. It's too much damage I'm going to take. So that's what I have with my Gothitelle here. We are Assault Vest, we can take hits from the Nihilego, but the main focus is we do take a Jolly Band Mamoswine knockoff, or we take 2 Jolly Scarf Earthquakes, or 2 Jolly Scarf knockoffs, and that's because the knockoff without the item is going to do less than the knockoff with the item. We also have a way for it, so Nihilego will never OHKO me with Meteor Beam thanks to my my Assault Vest, which is nice, and we have speed for 12 speed Corviknight because we do have Thunderbolts for that thing to chip it down. It's not going to do too much damage, but it's just enough to be able to wear it down quite a bit, which is pretty important. And the focus is to get rid of 1 of the Mamoswine, the Gastrodon, or the Hawlucha. More than likely it's going to be the Mamoswine or the Gastrodon. Those are the main focuses for me, so my Zygarde can do absolute work against this team. And yeah, moving on to our next mon is going to be Zygarde. No, wrong. It's Zapdos. Yes, Galar Zapdos is exactly what I meant to say. Honestly, this Zapdos set is kind of cool. We have speed for the base 80s. I don't need anything more than that. Our investment in attack is just basically there so I can get the OHKOs I need. It's no bulk Mamoswine with Thunderous Kick. That's really it. Stomping Tantrum is there for Tapu Koko. Drill Peck is a way for me to get big damage off on Pokemon with my Flying Stab without having to restrict my HP that I'm going to be getting with Brave Bird, but also it's not going to reveal right away that I'm leftovers, which is pretty important, I find, in a matchup like this, because I may want to bluff a Scarf, so who knows. Sub is there because I didn't feel really confident about my odds of getting the play right with Roselli Berry versus the Wakan Berry for the Tapu Koko, and the reason for that is because it can just easily go for Dazzling Gleam against me, and Deagling is so free against my roster. My Fairy Resist is my Metagross and my Scolipede, and honestly, I have no other resists, and those Pokemon really don't appreciate taking a Thunderbolt. So I feel like going with the berries in the best play. I think my play rather is to focus on forcing out something, getting a sub up, and then pressuring his team that way. And if he goes for Volt Switch with Koko, fine, I get a big hit off on something else. If he has U-turn, he won't break my sub. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for here. Defiant is there. It kind of, I guess, doesn't really have much use in this game. Maybe if there's like a random Spadef drop or something, it could be kind of cool, but I doubt it. I doubt it comes up. Our next mod is going to be Fallen, our Silvally, Thunderbolt, Grass Pledge, Shadow Ball, and Parting Shot. Grass Pledge, yes, on a Silvally, this is the only grass move that it gets. No Grass Knot, which is a little unfortunate because it would do more damage to Mamoswine. Does a little bit less damage to Gastron. Gastron is only base 60 power, but at the end of the day, I do feel it's pretty good in this situation. Here we do hit those mons for good damage, which they do have Stab to threaten me out because I am Silvally Electric. I'm Silvally Electric because, number one, I do enough damage to 2 KO a max HP Corviknight with Thunderbolt, and that's pretty important, I find. If it's going to be specially defensive, I don't think it's going to be like a bulk of power trip set or anything like that, and what is it going to do, try and set up in front of me? I doubt it, especially on Silvally Electric with electric terrain up and stuff. It could be very, very scary. In general, the electric type is really good for the Koko, but also for the Hawlucha. It kind of forces it to go for close combats, which I can take and then fire off a Thunderbolt and then get the KO on it back, which is nice. Shadow Ball is just decent coverage against something like the Azelf or the Chandelure, which I felt was decent here. I didn't bring coverage for the Guzzlord, and the reason for this is I don't really expect the Guzzlord to come. It can come, but I have a Zygarde, which has Stab to destroy it. I have a Feeny, which has Stab to destroy it. A Scolipede with Stab to destroy it. A Zapdos also with Stab to destroy it. A Silvally, which could have Stab to destroy it. It could. And then I have Serena, which gets Play Rough and Triple Axle. I have a Metagross, which gets access to fighting moves and can wear it down consistently with the Berry. And I have potentially Gothitelle, which can wear it down with the Trapping. So I don't expect Guzzlord is what I'm trying to say, but it could come. And if it does, I have 2 Mons, or 1 Mon now, that can't really touch it. 2 Mons, yes, 2 Mons. Gothitelle and Silvally that can't touch it at all. So I'm hoping it doesn't come. We'll pray to that. But yeah, the speed on the set is there for the Guzzlord. Not Guzzlord, what am I saying? Base 80s, the same speed as my, Zapdos and my Zygarde here. The investment I have on this set allows me to take a modest Tapu Koko's Life Orb Dazzling from full. We also take a +2 Hawlucha's close combat, adamant close combat that is, and we take any modest Spec Chandelure attack except for Overheat, and the speed is there, like I said, for Mamoswine and the base 80s, and Parting Shot I have to be aware of. There is Mirror Armor. I will be switching out myself, but I will also incur the drops in the stats if that is the case. Not a big deal, honestly, really won't come up at all, I think, but I do have to be aware if the Corviknight is Pressure or Mirror Armor. Our next mon is going to be our Metagross, the only mon I changed after the Mox. Shout out to Incog and the Tiger for the Mox. We were originally a special set with the Power Herb Meteor Beam, but Guzzlord. Want to be safe, and instead we decided to go weakness policy. I can take basically any one super effective hit from anything, and there's things like knockoff from Guzzlord, Hex from the Nihilego, there's knockoff from Azelf, or Shadow Ball from that thing, Mamoswine's Earthquake or whatever. We're going to be able to take those hits. Throat Shot from Hawlucha, who knows? I can take those hits, I can click Rock Polish, and then I outspeed every Pokemon that is Scarfed, except for Azelf, and Hawlucha, and Koko. But I don't think any of those are going to be Scarfed, so I feel pretty good. Then Headbutt has, what, 2 resists? I think it's 3 resists, rather, excuse me. Corviknight, Azelf, and Guzzlord, and Azelf is not going to appreciate a +2 Thunder Punch, neither is Corviknight, and Guzzlord will not appreciate a +2 Brick Break. The goal of this Pokemon is to break things down, hopefully outspeed something, and if it's late in the game, maybe you can sweep, who knows. Our next mon is going to be Heimlich, our Scolipede. This Pokemon here is, again, decent at what it does. It has speed from Nihilego. The investment is really just focused to break things as much as possible, specifically the Corviknight, because that can be really annoying. Also the Guzzlord in a pinch. And I guess I can take a hit from something like the Tapu Koko if it's not a boosting item. Poison Jab, Superpower, Earthquake are fantastic coverage moves. And if I get a Swords Dance up, oh my god, it's going to be hitting like a truck. I have to be able to kind of bluff that I protect in this game, I think, because quite a lot of Pokemon outspeed. The Azelf, the Koko, the Hawlucha, they're all kind of spooky, but I do feel like we have a decent shot at winning this game. Longer T-Vote than usual, but guys, let's do it. It is time to battle. All right, we're back, and this team is pretty different than what I'm expecting. There's no Gastrodon, which is nice. There's no Hawlucha, which is also nice, but there's a Thwackey, which is interesting. I don't have Earthquake on anything, I believe, except for Scolipede. That's fine. That's fine. Earthquake is only for the Nihilego, so let's write it down. So Nihilego is here. We see a Thwacky, which could be definitely a win condition. We see a Mammal Swine. We see a Tapu Koko. Nope, not Tapu Bulu, Tapu Koko. We see Chandelure. And we see a Corviknight. Alright, so what are we leading off with here? I think the answer is pretty straightforward. It's going to be our Silvally. This Pokemon has been my lead in all my mocks, and if he leads with a Nihilego, that's fine. Get up his rocks, get up his spike, whatever. Not the end of the world. I do have Scolipede to absorb the toxic spikes. And he has 2 rockers. Okay. Good news is also nothing other than Koko outspeeds my Scolipede. This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good game. I can feel it. I can feel it. He's ready. We're ready. I know Mountaih plays a little bit quicker than most. Definitely one thing that I don't do myself. But yeah. Let's see how this goes. What is his lead going to be? We are going to see... Oh, look at that. Look at the background here. Cool hat. Nihilego. All right. I don't have much for this, unfortunately. But I think my plan for this has to be... I really want to use my... my Gothitelle to beat down the Mammal Swine. Still a possibility, but I kind of want to trap this. We see Toxic Spikes come out. That's fine by me. I'm cool with that. I'm completely cool with that. I can go hard into Metagross right now, scare it out. I can go into Scolipede, scare it out. I think I have a pretty free Swords Dance I find with Scolipede. Because I want to just wear down the Corviknight. I'm going to go hard into the Scolipede here. Let me double check quickly how much a -1 Nihilego does to me with an attack. Nihilego, level 50. A -1. Scolipede. Ooh. Yikes. Power Gem has a chance to Oko. That's fine. I go into this regardless. I get rid of the Toxic Spike. I have Earthquake. I have Superpower. And I can just kind of go aggressive here and try and set up. Like, I feel like he has such a free switch into the Scolipede, to the Corviknight. I'm going to go aggressive and be Swords Dancing here. I think that's the play. He just stays in. Oh my god, are we going to see an attack? If we see Meteor Beam, we die. If we see Power Herb, there's a chance we die. It's max roll. Toxic Spike. Fine by me. Fine by me. We're at +2 now. I can go for Earthquake here. Pretty free, in my opinion. We'll see if he decides to attack me or switch out. He's going to stay in. Is he Sash? He's probably Sash considering he stayed in. Yeah, he's Sash. Now he's going to kill me. Unfortunate. This is not a guarantee. But we die to the next hit. We die to the next hit. I really want to switch out here because I don't want to deal with the Toxic Spike. I can go hard Metagross, switch back in. The Punish, I think that's unfortunate. I think I'm gonna have to deal with this Toxic Spike the rest of the game. I just gotta go for the Superpower here. Because if he sets up a rock, then I'm done. I have to deal with both of them. Now I don't have to deal with rocks. And 2 of my now remaining 5 Mons no longer... don't even bother with Toxic Spikes. So that's something. But... bit of aggressive play that kind of backfired on me a bit. An aggressive play that backfired on me quite a bit. I think I can go here pretty freely into Silvally. Again, pretty generic play. He goes Mammal Swine, that's fine by me. A Parting Shot again. If he has Corviknight again, also fine. I'm Silvally Electric with Thunderbolt. It's Stab. It's special when I expect it to be physical. Or physically defensive Corviknight. Ghostface comes in. Okay, this is the Chandelure. I outspeed this. And Silvally should to a KO. So let's go Chandelure. It's not a guarantee. It is 47 to 56. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball either way. We take any one hit from this thing. If it's Specs, it's Scarf. Okay. It's Choice Scarf. which we should take 2, I believe. No, we don't, because it's a critical hit. Just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's not a problem at all. That's a crit back. I mean, that crit doesn't matter. That crit doesn't matter at all. This special defense drop. That was special attack drop. Oh my god. I've been getting such bad luck lately in my games. This with the poison, just so you know, Shadow Ball was a 3.1% chance to 2 a KO. And no more. No more. Sure. Whatever. Ugh. I can try and really go Metagross early and just be aggressive with this, but like I'm gonna lose this Pokemon here. Like, do I switch out? Going Zapdos, does that do anything for me? We don't take 2 guaranteed. So I just lose my Silvally because I got crit. Because I got crit. Unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Wow. It is what it is. I mean, I've been getting really bad luck in my games. I think in my last like 8-9 games, I've had exceptionally bad luck. And that just happens. That just happens. I can go into Metagross here. How much does Corviknight take at +2? Metagross +2. Oh my god, I just realized it's not going to guarantee. We don't even take this hit. I was going to go do the switch in, but it's not going to make sense. I go into the tunnel here, 100%. Wow. Such a rough start for me. Let's see. Question right now is, do I attack? I think the answer is I probably do, to be honest. I'll go for the Stomping Tantrum, get my KO. Stays in, goes for Shadow Ball. It's fine. This should do about half. Yeah, so we get the KO on this. Oh, that curve was big. He goes Coco here pretty freely. He clicks Dazzling Gleam a bunch of times. Thwacky now looks amazing against me. I have to weaken Corviknight to have a chance. Letting that Toxic Spike go up is so bad. I kind of rushed into things. If I had Earthquaked, even if I superpowered there, honestly, it would have been fine. Because I can switch out of Scolipede, come back in another time, get rid of the spikes. Then it comes Coco. This is going to be a problem. Kind of clicks whatever here. The question is Stomping Tantrum is the play? Or is it going to be a Thunderous Kick? In case of switch into Corviknight. I'm going to go for Thunderous Kick here. It's for Iron Defense, okay. It's this Coco. It's this Coco. Jeez. This could be Store Power Coco with Thunderbolt. Wow. I got Goth, which can hit things. I mean, if it's got Calm Mind, it's not going to matter. I'll go hard into Metagross here. He's Weakness Policy. I'm pretty confident about that. Unless I miss Leftovers or something. But he's pretty confident. I'm pretty confident he's Weakness Policy. I'm not even going to 2-kill this thing. My god, I'm not going to do anything to this. I don't think Tapu Koko is weak to Electric. Coco is not weak to Electric. Okay, so I go for. I mean, when I say Electric, Steel. I meant. Don't even have a Steel move. I lose to this. I lose to this just outright. Thunderbolt, yeah. Good Coco set. It's a good Coco set. Let's go into Zygarde here. Not gonna matter. But Thunderbolt, Iron Defense, probably, I don't know, Weakness Policy. Thunderbolt there again. He's at +3. It's like not gonna matter at all. Let's go to Zygarde against Tapu Koko. He could have like no investment, by the way. First of all, let's take a look at Metagross, see how much damage that should have done. Thunderbolt, yeah, he's got like no investment. He's like fully, yeah, he's got like no investment to do that little damage to me. So let's go Zygarde. He's at like +3 defense. He's like max HP. I gotta try and get some boosts here, so I'm gonna try and get some boosts. To try and break through this as best as I can. It's Dazzling Gleam anyways. I'm not even gonna KO this. Bro, this team, I thought I had a decent team. This team was shit for me. I did not build this team well. Not the team like this for this matchup. I did not build this draft well. The team was just garbage. And it paid off because, you know, my matchup was not only against electric types and only electric types, and that's it. Good electric types, the best ones in the format, but they're all electric types that just absolutely destroyed me. And here's the weakness policy. Let's see it. There it is. Bit of a wash, not gonna lie. My matchup against Coco, not good. Team, all physical. That's the, like, this is the problem that I've encountered with this team. It's all physical, all of it. Maybe if I had this Pokemon around, I could do something else, but he's gonna have probably Roost as his final move. Let's go, Future Sight. He's at +2. There's no terrain against my Assault Vest Gothitelle. The good news is Thunderbolt does not 2-KO me if he's got no bulk. No special attack, rather. There we go. We take the hit. Yeah. Let's go for the Energy Ball. And it's got the Roost, of course it does. What are you gonna do? And now Thunderbolt is a roll. Yeah, so we kind of called this set and couldn't do much about it. That's actually big. This might KO now. This attack might KO now. Do I switch out into something? I don't think I could win anyways. I mean, maybe Zapdos can... No, Zapdos can't pull it back. Let's go for the Energy Ball. Let's go for Thunderbolt. Do we somehow take this hit? No, we don't. I believe that Future Sight should KO. Yay! I should have gone to this instead of... If I went to this, I would have been fine, it turns out. But it's not the case. I can go into Metagross here. Not going to do anything for me right now. Yeah, this game's over. It's going to be a 3-0 probably. He's got Thwacky. He's got Mamoswine. He's got Corviknight. Corviknight just walls the last two members of my team. You know, it is a stretch. Mimosa is the Mamoswine. So, unless it's Scarfed, we outspeed. I should probably KOs. I mean, let's take a look. Mamoswine. Mamoswine. Let's say it's not banded or not adamant. How much does the Ice Shard do to me? At level 50, the Ice Shard will do... Drumroll. Not enough to KO me. Thunderous Kick. Survive. Bad Zapdos! Please KO. Unfortunate. Maybe a Scarf? I don't know. It won't be Scarf. It's not even banned. I know it's not. Nothing I do is going to help me here. I'm just going to go hard into this on the off chance maybe he's locked in. Yeah, he's got a good bit of bulk in him. He could be max HP. I got the bullet punch. I'm going to expect the switch. Going to expect the switch. Gonna do nothing. Thunder Punch. I don't think Thunder Punch ever 2 KOs Corviknight. Go. Where is it? Metagross against the Corviknight. Well, 50. Unless it's like max HP. Even then, it's like I gotta get paralysis. I gotta get lucky. Does this thing have... I don't think this thing has speed for me. That's Brick Break. Maybe get an extra point of diff. Which is out. Into the Corviknight. Should have called it. Thwacky. Okay. Different. Quite different. How much do we do with Thwacky? We probably are going to assume it's a Violate, rather. Makes sense. Makes sense. It does have knockoff, which will do enough. It will do enough against me. Let's just go for the Zen Headbutt. We outspeed. We got a flinch. Critical hit. No flinch. And Zapdos will die to the Grassy Glide. I didn't play this game well. Like he brought a really good Coco set, and what did I do in front of it? I just said, yeah, I give up. Like, I just gave up against it, and that's ridiculous of me. I literally gave up in front of that Coco because I did not have to go Zygarde. No one said go Zygarde. It made, like... He has to have weighted Zygarde. He has to. And he's probably going to have Roost if he's going to be Iron Defense. So what? I can go into a Pokemon that has... that does what? Half to it with Future Sight. And it's Energy Ball to chip it down. But I didn't. And Coco, let's take a look at Tapu Koko, because again, I'm pretty sure that thing had like no investment. Like no investment in special attack at all. Level 50. Let's see against my Gothitelle. Even in terrain, Thunderbolt did 22 to 27. And if he was max HP Coco, Future Sight did 48 to 57. And I have Energy Ball. Okay, Energy Ball does a quarter. Chance for Spit F drop. Just... I am so happy to be done with this team. I am so happy to be done with this team, because my god, I could not use the team for shit. My second pick, Tapu Lele, came to what, 1 game? My Gothitelle, which I thought was going to be a real lifesaver for me, came to 1 game. I'm just happy to be done with this because I played against Tapu Koko, I played against Aurora, I played against Zapdos. All of which outspeed and destroy not only my Zapdos, but they outspeed and destroy my Feeny. And I just like, it was a miserable set of matchups, but I did not use this team well. I did not build a good team. That's on me. And I felt like I had a chance this game still, and I still choked it away. I played terribly. Terribly. I think I need to win out my next 4 games to have a shot at playoffs. If I win the next 4 games, I should finish, because right now I believe I am 3-5. 3-5, I think maybe like -2. I was doing so well with the first team. This, my god. I have to win the next 4 games. If I go 2-2, obviously I'm not gonna make. If I go 3-1, it'll be like 500. I'll have a chance. But I think if I lose more than 1 game, no chance I make playoffs. God damn. I like my team. I like my next team though. It's got Zera on it, which is nice. But holy shit. I'm gonna try and be back with Mountaih. We're gonna try and do an interview. So if you guys are gonna enjoy that, let us know, of course. But damn. Yeah. Damn. Also, shout out to my YouTube channel members. Liv, Eric, Zeke are level 1s, Tone are level 2, and Sully are level 3. Thank you to all of them for joining the channel. If you guys want to join, get special perks, little badge next to your name, become a channel member. Like subscribing on Twitch. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with Mountaih. All right, everyone, so we are back. I'm joined by the winner of the game today, one of the arguably the best player in Draft League, Mountaih. How's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing a fantastic, all things considered. 4-game losing streak with this team, but whatever. Water under the bridge. Nice Coco set.
Thank you. Yeah. Looked like all your attackers that could hit Coco were physical, so
yeah,
defense seemed perfect.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what the problem has been with my team, I find. But looking at it, like honestly, the early game against Nihilego, I said like, you know what, this is gonna be Sash Nihilego. Don't set up. He's not gonna switch to Corviknight. He's not gonna switch, and if he does, it's fine. But no, I just didn't listen to myself, and that last turn, did you go for, when I KO'd, did you go for rocks there?
When you KO'd Nihilego?
Nihilego,
No,
yeah.
I went for foul play in case you went to Metagross.
Okay. My play would have been to go Gothitelle, but I was kind of hoping that I thought you would go for rocks, because then I would not be able to get rid of the spikes at all and have rocks and spikes to deal with. So that was my play there.
Yeah, I see.
Scarf Chandelier was nice. I wasn't expecting Scarf. I was expecting Specs, if anything, or a random Will-O-Wisp set with like sub or whatever, to kind of be annoying for physical threats.
I was super close to bringing Trick Room, actually, and not just because of our CGT game, but it was like 0 speed. I could underspeed everything you had, so it looked good. But in a mock battle I did, I got destroyed by Combine Iron Defense Tapu Fini, and I was like, okay, I need some kind of out against this thing, so I went with Choice Scarf Trick Chandelure. Yeah, really, just strictly for that.
That's honestly a good reason for it. Honestly, Tapu Fini wasn't even on my radar this week. Like, I felt that it would be so pressure to do so much, and with Coco around, just didn't feel, and with Nihilego as well, I didn't even mention that. It just felt like it wasn't the best situation for it. But either way, I think Coco was huge for you. I did not play around to the best of my abilities, completely just disregarding the fact that I have an Assault Vest Gothitelle that has Future Sight doing at least half to Coco. Probably not the best idea on my part, but I don't know if I would be able to beat, at that point, since I lost Scolipede and taken so much damage on everything else, if I could have been Thwacky in the end game.
Right, yeah.
What
AV
kind of
Gothitelle was interesting. I was really worried about like a Scarf Trick, Cosmic Power.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. I thought the set was going to be doing well if it was that specific set there. I just felt like with Guzzlord around and with Corviknight around, it just wouldn't be able to get the boost it needed to be threatening anything.
That's true.
That was kind of one thing. And I was Assault Vest, honestly, because I just didn't need any recovery from leftovers, and the goal was to get rid of one of Mamoswine, Gastrodon, and Hawlucha. So when you didn't bring Gastrodon and Hawlucha, I'm like, hey, if I get rid of Mamoswine, I'm golden with Zygarde. But
yeah,
unfortunate.
Yeah.
What was your Corviknight?
Corviknight was set up as well. It was Weakness Policy, Agility, Bulk Up, Power Trip, Roost.
Shout out to Incock. He brought that set in the mock. Or well, I think it was leftovers or something instead of Weakness Policy.
That was Aquarius suggested that to me. I wasn't even gonna bring Corviknight at first, and I was like, oh, that is pretty good. So,
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. How did you find this like stretch of like 4 weeks with this team?
Well, I won every game with this team. So, I mean, I've done way better than, because my first team I went 2-2, 0 differential by the end of it. About as average as you can get. Mm-hmm. But this team's great. I mean, it's going to be hard not to bring into playoffs if I make it, but obviously that'll depend on how the last 4 weeks go.
Well, considering I think you're 2 games above right now, I think you just have to go probably 1-3 just to clinch, which is good. But yeah, this team is scary with Coco and having Mamoswine in the back 4, and the amount of pivoting cores you have with hazard support from Nihilego, it's really nice. Double terrain obviously is something, and the way you've used Thwacky the past 2 weeks has been kind of nice. I saw one of your games, I can't remember who it was, but you swept someone with Thwacky, or it was like Wood Hammer with knockoff or something with Swords Dance. I think it was
against Jesse. Yeah.
So the Thwacky's been underrated.
I've been loving Thwacky.
It's good, man. Yeah. Josh, Ultra Player, like swears by this thing. He will not, no matter what happens, he will always go crazy about Thwacky all the time.
Dude, it's like not that much worse than Rillaboom, and it's like so much cheaper.
It really is. I mean, just there are some matchups where I can just win. I was like, you know what? I have Scolipede. I'm probably not going to use Scolipede until late in the game, so I'm not too worried about Thwacky. No, Thwacky. When you lose Scolipede early, Thwacky is a problem. I will say, so my game plan with this was to get rid of your what was it? It was Mamoswine, weaken Corviknight at least a little bit, weaken Gastrodon, and then +1 Zygarde with Arrow's outrageous superpower could just win. And that, in theory, it would have been nice, but in practice, weakening Corviknight and Gastrodon and Guzzlord if they came, was going to be much more difficult than just making it out to be. So you brought good prep, very hyper offensive build, and it paid off.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, you played well as well, but I think I had a good matchup here, honestly.
Honestly, I felt like it wasn't as bad as it was for CGT. Let's put it that way. But I think it wasn't a matchup where I felt bad about my chances. I felt it was pretty close. Just this time you got the better of me. We'll have a rematch, and hopefully it'll be with the team I'm not going to go 0-4 with. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, anyways, I appreciate you hopping on. Everyone, make sure to go check out Mountaih's channel. It'll be linked in the description, just like the rest of the coaches in the league. Currently, 6-2 with what's your differential right now?
+9 going into this, so whatever I.
Plus a million. Okay. Plus a million. Fair enough. Goddamn. All right. Well, anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you to Mountaih for hopping on. Best of luck to him the rest of the way. Best of luck to us, hopefully, the rest of the way. Fingers crossed. New draft next week for both of us, so make sure to check that out. And again, thank you all for watching. Mountaih, you got anything you want to plug?
Nope, not really. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Let us know what you guys thought about the post-game interviews. I know a lot of you guys were asking for it, so we would appreciate to see what you would think about this down below in the comments. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.